Black screen. Low rumble. A phone rings. Slow zoom on the caller ID. Unknown number. Narrator. Calm, cold. You ever watch a place of power, a place that thought it was untouchable, suddenly fear you? That's what happened the morning a bank manager called me personally. His voice shaking. His entire reputation collapsing. And the funniest part? Beat. It cost me $3. White heavy checkmark D. INTRO call to action. 15 to 20 seconds. Narrator. If you've ever been underestimated, mistreated, or talked down to because of who you are, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real stories of justice. Because what you're about to hear is one of the most ruthless and satisfying forms of revenge I've ever delivered. White heavy checkmark E. Full cinematic story. Main script. 6 to 13 minutes. 1. The first mistake, trusting the wrong people. For reasons I still can't fully explain, I trusted a tiny local credit union with my money. Maybe I wanted to believe in small institutions. Maybe I thought they'd treat people like humans. Maybe I was just naive. But the moment I walked through their doors, I should have known. The lobby was silent. Lifeless. Yellowed lights flickering. A lonely clock ticking behind a scratched glass window. Employees moving with the energy of ghosts trapped in routines they didn't choose. And I dropped my money into their hands like it would be safe there. I didn't know. I was stepping into a nightmare. 2. The ATM Incident, the first red flag. A few days later, I stood in front of their ATM. Cold air. Night wind brushing past me. I slid my card in. Error. Tried again. Declined. That sinking feeling hit my stomach, that cold slide of panic mixed with confusion. The kind where your heartbeat grows louder than your thoughts. The next morning, I walked inside the branch. A clerk with dead eyes looked at me like I had interrupted the most important task of her life, which was doing absolutely nothing. I explained my issue. She barely blinked. Then she slid me a handwritten code like it was some forbidden password to a secret vault. Use this. It deducts money directly from your account, she said, monotone, bored. Not special treatment. Just one of their weird internal systems. I should have seen it then. Their incompetence. Their sloppiness. Their attitude. But I didn't. Not yet. 3. The freeze and the disrespect. 3 days later, I tried to use my card again. Declined. I checked my balance online. Frozen. All of it. Locked. My money was there untouched, but completely inaccessible. I felt the room tilt around me. A cold rushed down my spine. I called support immediately. The woman on the phone sighed the moment she heard my voice. You were flagged for irregular activity. Irregular? I wasn't in overdraft. I wasn't late. I wasn't doing anything wrong. They made the mistake. I asked for more information. Her tone sharpened, thin, cutting. Well, accounts with foreign-sounding names sometimes get extra reviews. Silence. A long, hollow silence where I felt something inside me harden. She said it so casually, so carelessly, like it was justified, like my identity was a problem for them. I swallowed that sting in my chest, that burning mix of humiliation and rage, and kept calm. But every call after that was worse. Snark. Disrespect. Barely hidden hostility. They acted like my existence was an inconvenience. Like I was the problem. And the days kept passing. 1 week. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 4. A full month without access to my own money. Because of their mistake. And because of their prejudice. And each day, the anger in my chest grew darker. Heavier. A quiet kind of fury. The kind that doesn't explode, but waits. 4. The breaking point, the call home. One night, exhausted, defeated, I called my family back home. Just to vent. To get the weight off my chest. I told them everything, the disrespect, the snark, the implication about my name. My younger cousin listened quietly. Then he said, casually, "Bro, why don't you use one of those Russian task sites?" I blinked. Russian what? He laughed, like it was obvious. You know, website where people get paid 1 or 2 rubles to do little tasks. Commenting, posting, reviewing, anything you write. I sat up. Wait, you're serious? Oh yeah, $3 can buy you an army. His voice echoed in my head long after the call ended. $3. An army. Revenge that doesn't scream, but whispers. 5. The revenge plan, cold, clean, surgical. I opened the website. It looked suspicious, old, Someone coded it in a basement in 2007. But it worked. Task: post social media comments. Profiles: choose American-looking accounts. Price: 1 ruble per post. Cost: stupidly cheap. I cracked my knuckles, took a breath, and wrote the template. Terrible bank. Locked my funds without reason. Discrimination issues. Avoid this credit union. Horrible service. Staff rude and unprofessional. All true. Just multiplied. I paid $3. And then I watched. Slowly at first. Then faster. The posts began appearing. Dozens. Then hundreds. Across every platform. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. A digital wildfire. Different faces. Different names. Different locations. All saying the same thing. This credit union is a disaster. It was beautiful. Silent. Elegant. And unstoppable. Like watching a glass tower crack from the inside. They lasted less than 12 hours. The next morning, at exactly 8:03 a.m., my phone vibrated. Unknown number. Local area code. I answered. Hello. A man's voice urgent, trembling behind a thin mask of professionalism. Hi, this is the call center manager. I smiled. He continued. We've been reviewing your situation. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience. Inconvenience. They froze my money for a month. He kept going, talking fast, like someone trying to stop a bomb from exploding. We're ready to unfreeze your account immediately, and if you choose to close the account, we'll transfer your full balance today. Plus, an additional $50 compensation for the trouble. His voice shook on that last part. Fear. Real, genuine fear. The kind of fear institutions feel when their image, their precious reputation, is collapsing in real time. He had no idea who hit them. No idea where the storm came from. Only that it came fast, came hard, and came from everywhere at once. 7. The aftermath: silence, satisfaction. They unlocked my account that same day. Money transferred. Apology given. Case closed. And those hundreds of complaints, still up, still growing, still haunting their pages like an unsolvable curse. Can I remove them? No. Do I even want to? Not a chance. Should have treated people with respect. Should have done their job. Should have kept their prejudice to themselves. $3. That's all it took to bring them to their knees. Imagine being them. Clock in. Check social media. And suddenly, your institution's reputation is burning. Hundreds of complaints. Customers demanding answers. Supervisors panicking. Phones ringing off the hook. The manager's hands shaking as he calls the one customer he mocked. The one customer whose name he dismissed. The one customer he thought was powerless. Now holding all the power in his hands. That moment. That voice full of fear. That was justice. Cold. Clean. Perfect. White heavy checkmark G, reflective wrap UP, 15 to 20 seconds. Narrator. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it doesn't need screaming or threats. Sometimes, the quietest moves cause the biggest damage. And people who underestimate you, they always forget that the smallest spark can burn their whole house down. If this story hit you in the chest, smash that like button. Tell me in the comments, what's the worst treatment you've ever received from a company? And of course, subscribe for more dark, cinematic stories where karma hits back harder than anyone expects. Until next time, stay sharp. If you want, I can also create